Okay, I'm going to say ding, ding. What I'm doing right now is just keeping track of people who are coming in. Most of you are returnees to the LChaim program, so you know the format. And for those of you who are new to us, we welcome you. I'm going to do my very quick shout out to Connie Susan. If you ever needed to ride in a red convertible, Connie.
Thanks, girl.
Fun fact,
but true. You get a free ride now.
Thank you. Thank you and thank you. I'm glad to share that. I knew I could get to you right away. Because what can I say? Beautiful car. Meanwhile, here we are, Erev Tov, good evening. Welcome everybody to LChaim, a taste of Jewish music from anywhere. Season 2, if you're keeping track of the end of season 1 and now the start of season 2. Tonight will be the first part of a double header by Colorado native and my one-time student, Adrienne Auntie A. Susan, Denver native, a entrepreneur and all-around go-getter extraordinaire. And we're so glad that so many of you are here with us this evening. We start first by saying thanks to the people who made this happen. That is you, the taxpayers who participate in the Scientific and Cultural Facilities District, also known as SCFD. Thank you. Colorado Creative Industries, Union Pacific Foundation, the Bain Family Foundation, the City and County of Denver, Anonymous, and all of you for your support, both large and small, and with gratitude that you are here to join us this evening. So far, LChaim has taken us around the world to places such as India, Israel, Argentina. We've visited some fictional places, not to mention too many, but Anatevka comes to mind as one. And we've even now decided to indulge in some of the more whimsical things known as summer camp. So with that, I'm going to welcome all of you. If you have any questions, you can certainly put them into the chat feature located for most of you at the bottom of your screen. There will be time for Q&A. And with that, take it away, Adrienne.
Hello, hello, hello. Oh, everybody please tap your knees or clap your hands or drum a drum or drum on your tum and sing with me shalom. Shalom everybody. Shalom, shalom. Shalom everybody. Shalom, shalom from your home. Shalom to all of our yeladim and our yeladot. Those are our kiddos. Shalom to our chaverim and my mo-wrote like Carol over there. Shalom to Colorado Hebrew Chorale and my Ima too. Hi, Mom. Shalom to Auntie A. Well, hey, that's me. Shalom to Rhythm and Ruach. Shalom, shalom from my home. We're gonna sing some songs and we'll have a lot of fun. We'll play with all of our instruments like our shakers, tambourines, and of course our drums, 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 drums. Shalom, shalom, everybody. Hi, that was our Rhythm and Ruach Shalom welcome song. We start all of our programs with our Shalom song. I see some familiar faces from long ago from my past, and some new faces. I see some little friends from my most recent past when I was able to do some rhythm and ruach programming in Denver. So welcome, welcome. I would like to share my screen. I want to kind of give you a rundown of what's going to happen. Part of this is going to be adult education. Some of it is going to be just a lot of fun. So get ready to have some fun. If you have shakers, if you have drums, if you have tambourines, if you have any kinds of instruments in the house, go get them, because we're going to have a really great time. But first, we have to learn something, right? We have to always learn, because that is what we are about, is learning. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Give me a thumbs up if everybody can see that. All right, great. So I want to talk today about Jews, music, and summer camp, and what all of those have to do with where I am and where I'm going. So following the Holocaust, the weight of the leading Jewish culture had settled on the shoulders of Americans, and there was also a major concern that parents of baby boomers had been too focused on assimilation rather than developing and maintaining their own distinct American Jewish culture. So, enter summer camp. So summer camp had already proven to be a valuable place to shape youth in non-religious molds. It was seen in socialist and Zionist camps from past decades. But in the wake of all the genocide, some of these Jews in positions of power, such as rabbis, organizers, and spokespeople, decided that those tools should be applied to the Jewish religion and the culture. So what you see on your screen is the first religious Jewish summer camp, which was Camp Masad. Masad in Hebrew means foundation. This camp was launched in 1941, servicing the New York area, first in the Catskills and then across the Pennsylvania border to the Poconos. If anybody's seen Mrs. Maisel, think Mrs. Maisel. I recently just got to go to the Poconos for the first time in my life, and I was thinking I was Mrs. Maisel as well. They just have a different name, but they're actually the same mountain range. Masad was the first major summer camp to use Hebrew language exclusively. It also brought in a contingent of Jewish campers from what shortly would become Israel to promote the possibility of a Jewish state, and emphasize the importance of the idea of Israel to American Jews. Masad was extremely influential, not just for Jewish summer camps, but for worldwide Judaism. Hebrew, until this point, wasn't even a widely spoken, usually Jews were speaking English or kind of Yiddish-like languages. The founder of Camp Ramah was actually an alum of Masad and instituted a program for these older campers called American Seminar, where the campers were required to go to nearby cities and register voters or help in mental hospitals or even help repaint houses of Black Americans. Camp is ultimately where young people can learn about social justice and activism and ultimately give them a voice. So ultimately, on a whole, Jewish summer camps really did work in some ways, because many Jewish homes became more religious in American Jewry. A study actually found that camp alums are more likely than other Jews to spend time in or feel an emotional attachment to Israel. They are more likely to attend synagogue regularly and potentially marry even within the faith. So where does music fall in to all of this? So I'm going to ask you a question. If you were stranded somewhere, unknown to you, just dropped, what is the first place or first thing you would look for? Where is the first place you would go? My parents used to ask me this around the Shabbos dinner table. And my parents instilled such a love of Judaism in me that my answer was and will always continue to be a synagogue or a Jewish organization. When you walk into a synagogue, you might not know anyone in the building and everything might be foreign to you, but the minute you hear a familiar tune, you relax, you feel like you're home. So what you're seeing is actually a picture of Herzl Camp, which I have a relationship with because my brother, Rabbi Adrienne Susan, used to be an assistant director at this camp, and one of their claims to fame is Bob Dylan at Herzl Camp. So that's Bob Dylan way back when. Studies show that social cohesion is higher within families and among peer groups when young people listen to music and with their family members or their peers. This effect is true in cultures where interdependency is less valued, pointing to music's potential to act as a social glue, if you will, that binds people together. Music works a lot like languages. We already did that slide. There we go. Music works a lot like language does. So, except instead of words, ideas, and ideas, we're using emotions and intent, are being communicated. So in this way, like language can be passed from generation to generation, creating a sense of continuity and loyalty to one's tribe. So I'll talk about this later on, but rhythm and ruach really thrives and promotes itself on Jewish continuity. Music is incredibly just a powerful vehicle for sharing Jewish identity and connection. Over the years, there have been two areas that I've personally wanted to focus on. One is to leverage leadership development, and two, to bridge the gap between early Jewish education and music. So helping build an identity, helping kids find a safe place where they can be spiritually and socially open in a Jewish environment provides life-changing experiences for them. So while you look at this great picture, I'm going to tell you a little story. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stop sharing, and I'll just tell you this little story while we're talking. So as a lot of you know, I went to Denver Jewish Day School. Back then it was Herzl Jewish Day School, and I had a wonderful Jewish education there. However, I secretly used transliteration to read prayers that I didn't know, or I memorized them over the years. When I went to camp, everything had a different tune, and for every prayer I knew, there were at least 4 more that I didn't. And at times I really didn't feel like I belonged, and as if I was kind of pretending to be something I wasn't, because I was a traditional Jew growing up. So I was in this very distinct category, demographic of American Jewry growing up during that time. So one Saturday night while I was in camp, instead of trying to join in on the songs, I just sat quietly as I listened to my friends and counselors sing, and all of a sudden my struggles kind of began to fade away. I was listening to some of the most beautiful music I'd ever heard in my life. Not because their voices were amazing. To be clear, it was very easy to discern that very few of these people in the dinner hall would ever be pursuing music professionally. The beauty, though, in the music was the fact that it didn't fit. There were no melodies, no harmonies, just people together willing to put aside whatever self-consciousness they had, or for a single night, just have community. So the music that they created, I'll never forget. And it echoed throughout that room, and surrounding us in that sound from every angle really blended the notes that wouldn't even ever work on paper into just one single fascinating song. So at first I struggled to understand how something as familiar as Judaism or music could also be so new. And I thought that maybe there was something in this music, some intricacy that I just didn't comprehend. But then I listened to the people, and I had grown to know them and love them, and I began to see that it wasn't just the songs that drew me in, it was the people. The community built even for the first day of camp was what allowed such music to be possible. It was their acceptance and support of one another that allowed all of us, all of these backgrounds and personalities, ages, and educations, not only to live together, but to celebrate each other and the holidays and Shabbat, that were all so important to us all, no matter our individual practices. But the point of singing together wasn't to check the songs off of some list or to perform to some deity. The point was to be together. So Judaism at its core really places great importance on the idea of community, on supporting others and letting them support you. It's what has allowed Jews through thousands of years of persecution and separation to trust each other. And community really is what makes me proud to be Jewish. So for a few moments later on that Saturday night, I started singing, and I thought that was really special, and I wanted to share that story. So there is a picture of camp. For those of you who never went to camp, it is very common that during the meal times that there are ruach sessions, and ruach ultimately means spirit or energy. The literal translation is wind, but what comes with wind? Energy and spirit. So a lot of things from camp days are something. I wanted to show you this because I thought that this was fascinating. Some famous Jews who attended summer camp. Some are really interesting. So I'll let you chew on that for a little bit. So where do I fit into all of this? Well, I did go to camp. I didn't go to sleepaway camp for very long because I couldn't be away from my mom for that long. Truthfully, I only needed to go to day camp because that's all I could handle from being away from my mommy. But I've learned as I've grown up that camp is so amazing, and being a part of so many youth groups growing up and so many denominations of youth groups growing up, that no matter where you are always going to be connected through that music. So where do I fit into all of this? What is rhythm and ruach? So ruach, like I said, in Hebrew means energy and wind and spirit. So in 2011, Rhythm and Ruach was founded by Shelley Dean, which some of you actually might know by Shelley Hoffman. She was my youth director in Denver in the early 2000s, and she created this program to engage families through music and movement. She also happened, like I said, to be my youth director. So she had this vision to bring joyful Judaism to people of all ages and all levels of their Jewish involvement. And the goal was to create Jewish continuity, like I said before. And while I had lost touch a bit with her, I noticed what she was doing in St. Louis. And ultimately, I wanted to truthfully steal her idea. But why reinvent the wheel? So I reached out to her, and I wanted to see what she was doing. And I noticed that in 2017 that she was partnering with Ellen Allard, which some of you may know her. and they were going to go on the road, if you will, and offer beta facilitator training courses. So I quickly hopped on board and attended the training that they were offering in Virginia. I immediately fell in love with the training and the concept. And I told Shelly I didn't want to reinvent this wheel. I told her that I was thinking of doing something very similar and wanted to see if we could work together, and ultimately a partnership and a friendship grew. So between Shelly being a parent herself and following her own educational journey and her psychology background, my expertise in early childhood education and development, and my marketing skills, and Ellen Allard's amazing musical talents and early childhood experience, we're just kind of this dream team of Ruach, if you will. And research-based practices have shown that children develop their innate rhythmic and musical abilities while also keeping their pintalayid, their vibrant Jewish flame of their spark of Judaism alive. So Rhythm and Ruach really is a way to connect children and their families to Judaism through high upbeat energy. And we offer lots of different types of programming, including Shabbat and holiday services that are really fun and engaging, online programming. We also offer online facilitator and in-person, hopefully, facilitator training. So I encourage anybody who's interested to jump on board with us to look into becoming a Rhythm and Ruach facilitator. We are the only... we're the only organization on the market like this. There is nothing like this on the market today. So, we need to warm up our voices, don't we? Is it time to warm up our voices? All right, let me get a drink of water. Now, truthfully, I can't find my Hebrew letters at the moment, so we're going to just pretend I have them. And our Hebrew word today is chadash. Does anybody know what chadash means? Chadash. Does anybody want to... New, that's right. Thank you, Maura Barbara. It's nice to see you. Yes, new is the word chadash. So we're going to take those three sounds, cha, da, sh, and we are going to put them into an arpeggio. Does anybody know what an arpeggio is? An arpeggio. Oh my gosh, an arpeggio is a broken up scale. Can you say that with me? An arpeggio is a broken up scale. So I want everyone, we're also going to be doing a meditation of sorts. So I want everyone to take a deep breath in. And I want you to take your hands up to the sky, take a deep breath. And we're going to take our hands to our knee with the sound of cha. Cha. Very good. Another big breath. We're going to go to our chest with da. Da. Excellent. Another big breath in. To our rosh, to our head, to our kepi with sh. Now we're gonna put it all together and take one more big breath in and go tickle yourself on the way down. Dash. Excellent. So our voices are almost rhythm and ruach ready, but we have to take those three sounds, cha, da, sh, and put them into a nigun. Does anybody know what a nigun is? Does anyone want to unmute themselves and tell me what a nigun is? A nigun is a broken up scale. Not a broken up scale. A nigun is a song with no words. Can you say that with me? A nigun is a song with no words. So if you have any instruments by you, I want you to grab them now. If you don't, that's okay, because guess what? Your whole body is an instrument. So we are going to find some rhythm in our hands. We're going to find some rhythm in our knees. We're going to find some rhythm on the floor. The floor, the floor, the floor, the floor. We're gonna find some rhythm on our tum, our tum, our tum, our tum, our tum. We're gonna find some rhythm on a drum, a drum. Oh, find some rhythm anywhere. Maybe it's even on your hair. Starting with the sound of cha. You know this one. Cha, 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 cha. Ha 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 ha. Now da. Da 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 now sha 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 Ladies and gentlemen, our voices are officially rhythm and ruach ready. Give yourselves a great round of applause. Now, that is part of our class, but of course we don't have time for an entire class. So we are going to get to some more music. And one of the things we were talking about with summer camp is that there's no point, there's no rhyme or reason. So I'm not here to give you, actual music theory and music note, well, a little music theory, but like early learning. But I'm not here to give you the notes, because guess what? We create those notes together. We create those notes. This whole point is a community. So we are going to do a little rhythm and ruach medley, what we call our Hallelujah medley. By the way, did everybody make s'mores tonight? I didn't even talk about that. Oops. Did you all make your s'mores tonight? Were they good? The sprinkles are my favorite part. That's what makes them rhythm and ruach, of course. They're so good. All right.
Some of us will be having liquid s'mores when this is over.
All right. Nice. So if you have your instruments, get them out. Get your shakers, your drums, your shakers, your instruments, all those music makers. Because we, my friends, are gonna ruach and roll. Now, a lot of you have the song sheets available to you. If I improvise, I apologize. It's just kind of how I roll, but this is the gist, and feel free to sing along. But first, make sure you have your instruments, because this is going to be so much fun. Yeah, all right. I see everyone has their instruments. So,
you want me to share those song sheets?
yes, if you have them available, please share them. If not, that's okay too.
I'll get that set up. You get started and I'll get that up.
All right, you do that. All right, does everybody have their instruments ready? Yeah. Let me hear some drummers drum. A boom, chicka, boom, boom, boom. Let me hear some shakers shake. Shake a, shake a, shake a, shake a, shake a, shake. How about a tambourine's ring? Ring a ding a ding a ding a ding a ding. Let's hear all my friends and instruments sing. Here we go. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Kol hashama talaya. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Kol hashama talaya. Hallelujah, hallelujah. All right, I want everyone to do this next one loud and proud so they can hear us. I'm Yisrael, I'm Yisrael, I'm Yisrael Chai. 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 Or Avinu Chai, or Avinu Chai. Or Avinu, or Avinu, or Avinu Chai. Or Avinu Chai, or Avinu Chai. Or Avinu, or Avinu, or Avinu Chai. Lo yizagoy al goy cherev, lo yamadu od milchama. Lo yizagoy al goy cherev, lo yamadu od milchama. Lo yizagoy al goy cherev, lo yamadu od milchama. Lo yizagoy al goy cherev, lo yamadu od milchama. Lo yizagoy al goy cherev, lo yamadu od milchama. Now in English, don't walk in front of me, I may not follow. Don't walk behind me, I may not lead. Just walk beside me and be my friend. Together we'll walk in the path of Hashem. Woo! You guys sound incredible. Keep it up. Yeah, if you have other instruments that you want to switch out, do it now, because this is a really busy song. Oh no! The bear missed the train. The bear missed the train. The bear missed the train, and now he's walking. Oh no! That bear missed the train. The bear missed the train. The bear missed the train, and now he's walking. Oh no! But he's walking near and far. Oh, he's walking near and far. Oh, he's walking. Why? Well, he doesn't have a car. Oh my, the bear missed the train. The bear missed the train. The bear missed the train, and now he's walking. Well, you know, Lag BaOmer is coming. And I wanted to talk to you about Lag BaOmer a little bit, because we're kind of in the waiting room, if you will. We left Egypt, and now we're waiting to get our Torah, right? So while we were waiting, there was this guy named Nachshon. You remember this guy named Nachshon? This song isn't on here, but Nachshon, he said, Micha Mocha, who is like you? Micha Mocha, who is like you? That's what he said. He said, who is like you? This is a Joni lead song. Micha Mocha makes wonders, no one like you. Adama v'shamayim, chom ha'esh, tzlil ha'mayim. אני מרגיש טוב בגופי, ברוחי ונשמתי. אדמה ושמיים, חום האש, צליל המים. אני מרגיש טוב בגופי, ברוחי ונשמתי. Now I want you guys to do hey ya ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya ho. Now in English, Mother Earth, Father Sky, heat of fire, sound of water. I can feel it in my body, in my spirit, and in my soul. Let's go! Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Woo! Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Kol Shama, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Kol Shama, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Get ready. Hallelujah. Get ready for our big finish. Are you ready for our big finish? 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Do you guys feel that? Do you feel that tingling in your fingertips? Do you feel that tingling down your spine maybe? Do you see that smile on your face? Because I see smiles on a lot of your faces right now. That is Ruach. That is joyful Judaism. You created rhythm and Ruach. And without you, we couldn't have done this. So I want you to give yourselves a big round of applause because you, my friend, just created the most amazing Ruach. Amazing. So we were really high, right? So we got to bring it down now. So we're going to snuggle up. We're going to get all nice and cozy. And, you know, we were talking about Lag BaOmer, and a lot of people do have bonfires, and it's a very special time. And so we're gonna snuggle up, but excuse me. First, I want to do a shameless plug. If you haven't already purchased your Rhythm and Ruach egg shakers, I highly, highly, highly recommend them. They're amazing, they're great quality, and they make excellent, excellent gifts for people of all ages and stages of life. So rhythmandruach.com for that. So on the count of shalosh, I want everybody to help me blow out my lights, okay? Echad, shtayim, shalosh. All right. If you would like to share this screen again, you're welcome to. You don't have to, but you're welcome to. See the fire, flames are rising higher, higher. See the fire, flames are rising higher to the sky. See the fire, flames are rising higher, higher. See the fire, flames are rising higher to the sky. We will celebrate, celebrate, celebrate on Lag BaOmer, this joyous holiday. See the fire, flames are rising higher, higher. See the fire, flames are rising higher to the sky. We will marry, we'll marry, we'll marry on Lag BaOmer, this joyous holiday. See the fire, flames are rising higher, higher. See the fire, flames are rising higher to the sky. Now this one isn't on there. Higher and higher, higher and higher, higher and higher and higher, higher and higher, higher and higher, higher and higher and higher. See the fire flames are rising higher, higher. See the fire flames are rising higher to the sky. On the count of shalosh, let's go ahead and blow Auntie A's lights back on. Echad, shtayim, shalosh. Wow. Well, my friends, I want to say thank you again so much for having me. This has been so much fun to see all these familiar faces. If you're interested in more programming or more on-demand videos on demand for your children, grandchildren, rhythmandruach.com. Shalom chaverim, shalom chaverim, shalom, shalom. Lehitraot, lehitraot, shalom, shalom. Goodbye, my friends, goodbye, my friends, goodbye, goodbye. Until we meet again, yes, we'll meet again. Shalom, shalom. Shalom chaverim, shalom chaverim, shalom at home. Lehitraot, see you later, alligator, after a while, crocodile. Lehitraot. Thank you, everybody, so much. Thank you.
Okay, Adrienne, you have to know that you've held everybody spellbound, and normally the chat box is filled with ask her this, ask her that, but naturally many people are thrilled that for this nostalgic look back at their own camp memories and camp songs, and for those who are learning songs for the first time, and that includes me. I did not know the Lag BaOmer, our holiday song, although I certainly know who Ellen Allard is. I guess I skipped that one. So thank you for that. And I just want to, again, before we take this moment, since many of us are already, what can I say? We're a cordial group. You're welcome to unmute yourself in just a moment, but we will again put on the screen in the chat the thing that you need to know about how this works. Even though you can imagine that life in COVID has taught us that many things are transported by air, actually not everything happens in a vacuum, and that includes these programs. So if you are able to give us any kind of support going forward, it would be our delight to receive. There's no gift that's too small. Visiting the Colorado Hebrew Chorale website, coloradohebrewchorale.org, under donate. We have all different ways to accept your money, and that's some of the ways that we do it. Folks also need to know that going forward, let's call it what it is, the Susan Raisin doubleheader is happening this coming Sunday. That Adrienne's cousin, Mimi Raisin, who has been the wonderful host, guest presenter of Jewish Broadway, will be back. We gave a break for Passover, so please join us on Sunday night and learn more about all the things you needed to know about Jewish plus Broadway with Mimi Raisin, for whom this is not just a passion, this is real. She knows it all. So thank you for that. And if there's anybody who has a question, please, you can unmute yourselves and let her rip. You're all so quiet.
I know.
Not like that 6th grade class that I taught with Adrienne. That was the opposite of quiet.
Definitely.
Just saying. I can still remember.
Definitely.
Okay, I'll raise my hand. Adrienne, it was a lot of fun. It did bring me back to camp. And
Thank
I mean,
you.
we didn't have anything that was specifically called rhythm and ruach, but we did a lot of rhythm and we did a lot of ruach.
Yes.
And I didn't know that Ralph Lauren went to Mossad. I didn't know to look at him.
Yes, we, God willing, we're going worldwide, and we're really excited to see what we can do for the Jewish community. Our goal is to save the Jewish people. That, I know that's just a small goal, but that's our goal, is to bring this to every Jewish organization, every preschool, because there is no other program like ours. So.
Well, I wanted to say something. Thank you. And you're showing a lot of great work as far as preschool level. It's very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Adrienne, I'd like to know if you could start a rhythm and ruach group for old people.
That's actually,
I think we really need it. And also we need a summer camp program for senior citizens.
Yes. You know, I have a program called Rhythm and Ruach for the Mindfully Mature. And
Good.
it is a pre-COVID, it was very big, and God willing, I'm really trying to get it into some more of the nursing homes as they start allowing more people inside and whatever. Hopefully I can bring that more to those communities, because I agree. I think this is so important for seniors as well. I mean, this is not just for early childhood. As we focus on that, absolutely, this is great for all ages and stages. And I'm sure for some of you, you know, the bear missed the train was kind of a nice little pick me up. Some of you remember that. I know Sherry did. Yeah, so if you're ever interested, I do educator in residence programs. I work with tons of different organizations. And if you or you know of anybody who is interested in becoming a facilitator, we do have a couple of facilitators in Denver. Rabbi Chaitovsky happens to be a Rhythm and Ruach facilitator, and Debbie Foster happens to be a Rhythm and Ruach facilitator, and we have a few more, and all over the nation we have facilitators, and you can actually go onto our website. I'm going to share the screen for just 1 second. I apologize for that terrible noise. So if you go to rhythmandruach.com, you can find a program, and you would be able to find all of your facilitators nationwide. And as you can see, we have trained a lot of facilitators, and we are continuing to train even more. So rhythmandruach.com. And then during the pandemic, we noticed, I'm sure if you're friends with me on Facebook, you've seen during the pandemic, we wanted to be able to reach your families as well. And we created videos on demand at rhythmandruach.com/achshav. And we have 4 seasons right now of material that you can rent, 22-minute episodes. And another shameless plug, we were picked up by Jewish Life Television. So Rhythm and Ruach Shalom at Home is on cable, on network television. And if you don't have that station, call your cable provider and tell them that you want it. But also, you can go to rhythmandruach.com to our Shalom at Home section, and you can watch live. We are on 6 times a week for all weekend long, 6 times. So you have a lot of different chances to watch us. They're a little early in the morning on your end of the world, but you can do it.
Just wanted to let you know, Adrienne, also, besides your fan base here in Denver, we have folks picking up tonight's program from Boston, from Connecticut, from New Jersey. It's we're very grateful, and we welcome all of you here, whether you're here for the very first time or now you are a regular with LChaim, a taste of Jewish music from anywhere. We thank you so much for being part of this evening's program. Before we do the Zoom wave bye-bye, because everybody loves to do that, I want to also remind everyone here that the next LChaim will be taking place on Monday evening, May the 24th at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Adrienne will again be our presenter, and we are going to be doing a taste of Jewish music from Dreamland with Jewish lullabies for the young and for the young at heart. So we look forward to seeing you then. And again, thanks everybody for being part of this evening. Erev Tov, and have a wonderful week. A great Lag BaOmer Thursday night, and a great Shabbat after that. Kol Tuv. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.